The first strike was not against our fleets, nor our soldiers, nor even our leaders. It was against the innocent. The Kavar Dominion, cold-blooded rulers of a dozen star systems, unleashed their will upon a world that had no defenses. The colony of Helios IV was a place of families and farmers, a green world still being tilled into prosperity. And the Kavar made it their stage. Their warships came at dawn. Cruisers the size of mountains drifted above the skies, blotting out Helios's twin suns. No warning was given. No demands were issued. They descended burning forests, glassing rivers, turning cities into smoldering ruin. Children were incinerated in their beds. Parents were atomized, holding each other in feudal protection. 100,000 voices were silenced in an hour. When the slaughter was done, the Kavar broadcast their cruelty across the galaxy. Their leader, Counselor Drex of the Dominion High Council, spoke with the sneer of a butcher. The humans breed like vermin. Today, we remind them they are dust beneath the Dominion's feet. Their colonies are weak, their fleets scattered, their spirit broken. Today, we declare the end of Earth's reach into the stars. From this day forward, humanity dies in silence. The galaxy listened. Some nodded in fear. Others remained silent. And on Earth, billions wept in grief, but grief is a spark, and sparks can become fire. The arrogance of the Council. In the weeks that followed, the Kavar Council reveled in their victory. From their shining throne world of Kavaris, they mocked the humans as children playing at Empire. They held feasts where noble-born warlords raised toasts to the extermination of the Terran, disease. Their broadcasts were filled with laughter and contempt. They displayed hollows of the ruins of Helios IV as trophies, replayed on endless loops in marketplaces and plazas. Earth, they declared, will not respond. They are soft. They cling to diplomacy, to treaties, to the illusion of restraint. They will howl, yes, but like a beaten animal, they will cower and hide. Their fleets spread across the border worlds, occupying human trading posts, seizing vessels, enslaving crews. They thought us beaten. They thought us afraid. The galaxy believed them. To all, it seemed Earth was silent. But silence is not weakness. Silence is the gathering of storms. The silence breaks. It began with whispers. The Kavar fleets patrolling the void reported ships vanishing into darkness. Merchant convoys stopped returning. Outposts went dark without a trace of distress. Then came the first signal. A captured Dominion warcruiser broadcast a single message across every frequency. In every tongue, "This is Earth, we hear you." And with that, the silence shattered. From the blackness of space, human fleets emerged, massive armadas not seen since the old wars. The Terran Navy, once thought scattered and thin, revealed its true face. Carriers the length of continents, dreadnoughts whose guns could split moons. Silent black warships cloaked in void steel, drifting unseen until their cannons lit the dark. Across the stars, human voices carried a warning. You declared our end. Now you will witness yours. The Dominion laughed at first, mocking what they believed was a desperate bluff. But their laughter curdled when the first of their core worlds fell in a single night. The thunder of retribution. The retaliation was not war. It was judgment. Terran fleets moved with precision, with fury sharpened over centuries of restraint. They did not waste time with sieges or skirmishes. They descended like executioners. At Drixal, a Dominion fortress world, 12 orbital rings and 3 million defenders stood ready. The humans arrived without warning. Within an hour, the rings burned, their pieces falling like fiery rain across the planet. Within a day, the surface cities were ash. The defenders never even sent a distress call, their comms silenced by Terran code weapons that ate transmissions like fire through dry wood. At Kavar Prime's shipyards, the pride of the Dominion's fleet, 5 super dreadnoughts under construction, were reduced to molten slag as human stealth ships slipped past defenses and planted singularity torpedoes in their hearts. The explosions were suns born and died in an instant, leaving nothing but void. And when the Kavar tried to muster their fleets, they discovered the truth. Humanity had been watching. For decades, Earth's intelligence core had mapped every Dominion stronghold, every supply line, every weakness. Now, the information became blades, and the Dominion found themselves cut apart before they could even swing. Terran Marines landed on garrison worlds in silence, their drop pods streaking like meteors. They moved through cities like shadows, their rifles thunderous in the night. Civilians were spared, soldiers were not. For every human child lost on Helios IV, 100 Kavar warriors fell, and over every battlefield, human voices carried the same cold decree. This is Earth. Remember Helios, the collapse of the Dominion. The Kavar Council grew desperate. Their fleets, once symbols of unstoppable power, fled before Terran armadas. Their people, once fed endless propaganda of superiority, watched in horror as human vengeance swept across their stars. Counselor Drex, who had once declared Earth's end, raged from his throne. He ordered retaliations only to find no fleets left to send. He commanded loyalty, but his generals whispered of surrender. But humanity was not interested in surrender. They wanted remembrance. At last, the humans came for Kavaris itself, the throne world, glittering jewel of the Dominion, ringed with shields and cannons that had never fallen in 10,000 years. The human fleet blotted out its suns, thousands of ships moving in silence, their weapons gleaming like the wrath of gods. The first shot came not from a cannon, but from a broadcast. Kavar Dominion. You declared our end. You slaughtered our children. You mocked our silence. Today you will learn the cost of arrogance, and then came fire. The skies of Kavaris became oceans of flame. Planetary shields melted under sustained bombardment. Towers crumbled, spires shattered, the surface turned to rivers of glass. The throne palace, seat of the council, was struck by a kinetic lance that drove it into the bedrock, entombing every counselor in the very halls where they once laughed at humanity. The world burned for 3 days. When the fires dimmed, there was nothing left but ash. The aftermath. When the smoke cleared, the galaxy was silent. The Dominion, once the terror of the stars, was gone. Their fleets scattered wreckage, their council annihilated, their throne world turned to dust. Humanity did not gloat. They did not broadcast their victory in triumph. Their fleets simply withdrew, leaving ruin behind. But the survivors of the galaxy, the merchants, the envoys, the diplomats, whispered in hushed tones. They whispered of what they had seen, the fury of Earth, long patient, finally unleashed. Never provoke them, the whispers warned. Never harm their kind. Never awaken their wrath. Because the galaxy now knew the truth. Humanity's patience is vast, but their vengeance is infinite. And when the council declared our end, they did not see Earth fall. They saw only their own.